Hello everyone, this is episode 2. If you are okay with it, then we could possibly meet on that day as it's your special day and we have been talking to each other almost like 3 weeks now. So I just want to make that day more special for you. If only you are okay with it, then so what do you say, Jungkook? After reading the message, Taehyung was stunned. Did he really try? Jungkook wanna meet him. He was for to see the person who was behind all of that loving message, the care, and how he got that chance. How could he let this chance get away? No way, he can't. It's a great idea, Hyung. So that way, I wouldn't be alone that day, and I wanna meet you. Then, after reading the message, Jungkook can't help but smile like crazy. And as that being said, Jungkook left more revealed and excited. At last, he is going to meet the person who he like literally adored. He was planning something to surprise him in case they meet, and how he is about to actually surprise him with it. As Taehyung's birthday was in 2 days, he called to his radio station and asked for a day off, which will be Taehyung's birthday, and manager Nick to cover his show for day, and they agreed. The day has come. Jungkook is going to meet the one that captivated his heart. Without him realizing it, he has been feeling curious about her staying in person. What he was he tall? Was he his hair color? How would his face look like? His smile or maybe pause? Gosh, he checks on himself in the mirror for the last time. Okay, he is ready. He arrived at the appointment place 1 hour before the appointment time. Well, he needs to make sure that everything is ready and perfect as he planned it. He really meant it that day when he said he wanted to make the young birthday this year special. The lovely boy Jungkook, lonely boy Jungkook loves it by heart, even though they had met before. Deserve too much love in this life, and Jungkook is going to make sure he will get it. Good evening, sir. A receptionist greeted him once Jungkook was inside the restaurant. Good evening. I booked on behalf of Jungkook. Jungkook smiled at the receptionist. Okay, 1 second, sir. The receptionist started check the list. Once he found Jungkook's name, he glanced up and smiled at Jungkook. Sir, this way. The receptionist motioned Jungkook to follow him. He is Mala, person in charge for your booking an event today. The receptionist introduced Jungkook to a woman waitress. I will leave you on her care for now. If you don't have any question anymore, okay, thank you. Jungkook said as he slightly bowed his body to the receptionist. Once the receptionist left, Jungkook started to cross-check his plan with Mala. When Jungkook is finally sure that everything is ready and perfect, he approaches the nearby seat and sits there, the nurse watching. You're going to propose your girlfriend, sir? Mala asked, hoping she could calm down the nurse vibe around his client. Oh, Jungkook got started for a while. Mala's voice brought him back from his train of thoughts. Boyfriend to be if he accept me later. And yeah, that's answer your question. No, it's not a proposal, but if today went well, I might be book this room again to propose him in future. Once Jungkook finished his sentence, he felt flustered. What was he talking about? Proposal? Future? Oh God. Step by step, Jungkook, step by step, he reminds himself internally. Mala clenched when she saw the flushed face of his client. You look like deeply in love with your boyfriend to be so. Jungkook let out a glance. Somehow Mala's word made everything make sense to him now. Of course, he had fallen in love before, but not like this. He fell in love, but not deeply, not to the extent that he wants to build a future with them, just like he wants it to with Taehyung. I think you're right. Jungkook smiled and staring at the bouquet of sunflowers on the table and continue again. I fall in love with him deeply, madly. On the other side, Taehyung was already in the cab. He didn't take his dad's car because he didn't want to be reported by the driver to his dad. As the car moved towards the destination, his heart started fluttering in his chest. Yes, Taehyung started. We are here, sir. The driver repeated again. Taehyung got off from the car, paid the driver, and took off his phone to message him. I'm here, Hyung. Where are you? Taehyung came to the receptionist and asked for the table number. Name of Jungkook. Jungkook. Okay, Hyung. Taehyung. He did as he was told. The receptionist showed him the way to the door, which indicated a private part, not so much people, only a few. When he entered the room, he was stunned because of what he was seeing. A table decorated with small fairy lights, fruit, wine, and there is a birthday cake at the middle of the table. But what catch his attention was the person who was standing beside the table, Jungkook. So it's what he looks like. Jungkook walked to him, extended his right hand for Taehyung to hold. At first he was hesitating, but then he took it, then went to their table. Jungkook helped him to sit. He wished him a happy birthday. Then they cut the birthday cake, then ate their dinner. Both enjoyed each other's company. The little touches they shared, the cheesy lines Jungkook said to him that made them blush. They enjoyed everything together. After their dinner, they went to the nearest balcony, which was totally empty. No one around. It's a perfect chance for Jungkook to proceed with his plan, and he took it. When he looked at the younger's face, he realized how beautiful he looked in golden light of the moon, and his heart started to pound loudly. Taehyung, he called. Yes, Hyung, Taehyung replied. I wanna say something. Jungkook hesitated. As Taehyung saw it, he assured him, don't hesitate, Hyung, just tell me what you wanna say. I don't know if it's the same for you or not, but I can sense it. I don't know when and how, but talking with you, planning this surprise for you, which I never did for anyone, hearing your voice when you were sad or excited or happy, made me realize how much you mean to me. I have never been this much serious with any of my exes. But what I know is that when I realize how I feel about you, I could actually see my future with you, and I really wanna treasure your future. That future, I wanna treasure you. I wanna sleep every night with you in my arms and wake up looking at your peaceful sleeping face. He turned to face them and cupped his face with his hands before continuing. I Like you know, I love you, Taehyung. I love you so much. Will you be the one and only one and let me be yours, Taehyung? Jungkook confessed. Taehyung was already a blushing message. Your face was red like a tomato down to his chest. His heart was beating like crazy. This was the thing that he always wanted but never dared to dream about it. And now here he is. He didn't want to do didn't know what to do. He just held Jungkook's hand that were on his cheeks and leaned into that hold, letting the holder know that he also feels the same. And Jungkook didn't help it but to smile eye to eye, making his eyes to in moon shape. No, he knew it and felt it. I've always wanted this young, but I didn't ever think that I would be this lucky to get it. I have always wanted someone to love me and to love someone as well. I'm glad, Hyung, that it's you. I am over to the moon. I love you so much. Thanks said with tears in his eyes after their confession. Jungkook told him that he wanted to bring Taehyung some else that was his condo because there is another surprise waiting for him. So they went there, and once more thing was stunning to see the surprise. It was a little tent in the middle of the living room, decorated with lights and blanket planted there. Jungkook helped him to settle onto the blanket and wrapped it around them. If I didn't accept your confession in the restaurant, then your second surprise would go wasted. Taehyung said mockingly. Yes, yeah, it's supposed. Jungkook answered, then you were sure that I would accept you back then? He asked. Well, I am optimistic. Jungkook stared out, so full of yourself, Young. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Jungkook glanced, but Young, to tell you are not an optimistic. Taehyung paused for a moment, hesitated to reach for Jungkook's hand, but fortunately Jungkook can see his hesitation and slowly he reached for Taehyung's hand and intertwined their hands. Taehyung smiled softly while looking at the intertwined hands. To me, you are a magic, Young. The magic that changed my life unconsciously. You just fulfilled my one and only dream, Young. A dream to have someone who would love me wholeheartedly, who would care for me, and unconsciously you gave me that love that I needed, the attention that I was looking for, the comfortableness that I wanted. Thank you so much, Hyung, for coming into my life. As Taehyung leaned into to put his head on, but now his boyfriend's shoulder, the other man wrapped his left arm around his waist and raised his right hand to cup his face, and slowly they leaned in each other's touch and connected their lips. It was a sweet and soft kiss full of love, adoration, affection. And I promise you, Tangi, that everything from today I will never ever let you feel alone or neglected again. You will always find me beside you whenever you feel alone. I will always be there for you to cheer you up and help you to chase your loneliness away. I will always be there with you in every ups and downs of your life and always be there to love you and with your entire heart, my entire soul. Jungkook said with tears in his eyes as well. Taehyung touched his cheeks as he caressed it softly as he Tears started to roll down from both of his cheeks, and they hugged each other. Shh. Hey, I'm here, just let it all out, okay? Because after this day, I wouldn't allow you. Taehyung just cried in out all of his pain, all of his loneliness, all of his bitter memories, all. After a while, he calmed down and fortunately he fell asleep in his young's arm. Jungkook kissed his forehead and lay down on the pillow with Taehyung in his embrace. And that night, Jungkook promised himself that he will never let go of this amazing person ever. He will protect him from all harm. He will teach him not because he has to, but because he is the most precious thing that happened to his life. He will love him the most, that would never feel that he is lonely. He will give him his little man all the happiness in the world that he deserves. The end. When I watched this one, short, comment it down. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again in the next one. Till then, take care, safe, love you, bye bye.